Mom didn't rush to name me. Instead, she made me, a hatchling who hadn't even opened my eyes yet, call out my true name. Because she wasn't human, she was a black dragon. And in our clan, there's a rule. Every hatchling must unlock their inherited memories and speak their true name. That's what makes it official. Just as a flood of images rushed into my mind, I instinctively blurted out a string of syllables. Mom nodded with a satisfied smile, and that's when it hit me. I'd been reincarnated as a dragon. I'd barely clawed my way out of the egg when a system notification suddenly blared. Congrats, host! You've hatched and completed the beginner quest. Want to spin the lottery? Classic isekai system. I hit confirm without a second thought. Next second, a robotic voice announced, Congrats! You've drawn the skill. Feast. Converts all food into HP and permanently increases body size. Skill origin, League of Legends. Not bad at all. No cap on body size. Maybe one day I'd be swallowing mountains whole, the apex predator of this entire world. I was busy daydreaming when my stomach suddenly growled. I twitched my snout, used my newborn dragon senses to zero in on the empty eggshell beside me, hesitated for a moment, then just bit down. The crispy shell cracked between my teeth and I cleaned it up in just a few bites. Ding. Devoured dragon eggshell. Body size plus 0.06 ml. Complete your first hunt quest. Reward. Pause 1 lottery spin. Quest triggered. But the target isn't even specified. Does swatting a mosquito count? I flapped my wings excitedly, ready to take off. Then Mom's laughter cut me off. Silly kid, you just hatched. You can't fly yet. Wait till you're bigger. I'll teach you myself. I didn't buy it and tried a few more times until I collapsed in the grass nest and gave up. Besides, Mom's overwhelming dragon aura had cleared every bird and beast within a 10-mile radius. Not even a mosquito dared come close. Where was I even supposed to find prey? Just then, an eggshell behind us let out a soft crack. Mom and I both turned to see a pitch-black shell spreading with fractures. First a glimpse of reddish scales, then a small, damp little dragon head poked out. A warm glow filled Mom's eyes. Child, tell Mother your true name. But the little dragon just tilted its head and stared at her. Nothing for a long, long time. Mom's expression darkened instantly. Her front claw swung out. In a flash of blood and flesh, I watched helplessly as the little dragon, who hadn't even opened its eyes yet, get smashed into pulp. Lina's first litter and she produces a dragon beast with no inherited memory. What an absolute disgrace. She flicked the blood off her claw, her voice terrifyingly calm. I stood there frozen, every bit of joy from hatching washed away by a cold sweat. My poor little sibling never even got a chance to say a single word before being killed by their own mother. And this was Mama Dragon's very first time being a mother. She knew going in that most of her hatchlings would likely be dragon beasts. That's why she specifically picked a strong red dragon as the father, but it still couldn't fix the inherited flaw of the dragon bloodline. Even so, 1 true dragon out of 3 was more than enough bragging rights for the other dragon moms. Crack, 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 and the third egg started moving too. Mama Dragon locked her gaze on the last egg, and I looked over too, silently rooting for it. The shell cracked open, and a pure black little dragon head poked out. Child, tell me your true name. Mama Dragon stared the little dragon down hard, and the poor thing froze under that intense glare for a moment. My name is Yulina. Hearing her speak her true name, Mama Dragon finally broke into a proud smile. Ha! Lina's first litter. 2 true dragons out of 3. Her proud roar echoed across the entire valley. Little sister Yulina, just like me, wrestled her way out of the eggshell and devoured every last piece of it. Dragon eggs must be loaded with nutrients. Every newborn dragon can't seem to get enough. Hey, I'm Simon, I'm your big brother. I stepped up and introduced myself. Hi, I'm Yulina. Then she noticed a chunk of mangled flesh nearby. What's that? That's also your brother. Yulina just stared, completely lost. Why is that pile of flesh my brother? Little Yulina just couldn't wrap her head around it. Sure, she'd gained intelligence through her bloodline, but at the end of the day, she was still a baby dragon whose mind hadn't fully developed. Not getting it was totally normal. I walked over to the remains. Even though my sibling had been smashed to a pulp, eating them with the feast skill would probably give me a pretty solid boost, right? I debated it for a while and then gave up. My soul is still human, I just can't bring myself to eat my own sibling. Plus, I'd just eaten the eggshell, so my stomach was still full. The urge to devour had completely faded. Then I started digging a hole in the nearby swamp. My sister noticed and waddled over curiously. Bro, what are you doing? Show some respect for the dead. Let my poor little sibling rest in peace. I froze the second I said it. Dragons don't actually have that custom. And my sister, after hearing me say it, just reached out her tiny claw and scratched her head in confusion. I didn't bother explaining. I quickly dug out a big hole and buried my sibling inside. Mama Dragon Lina watched the whole thing, of course. But she was still riding the high of having birthed a true dragon, so she didn't pay much mind to my weird behavior. After all that, I had nothing to do, so I decided to try flying again. Wings out, big jump, and yeah, the result was exactly what you'd expect. I face-planted hard. My sister curiously asked again, Big bro, what are you doing? None of my actions matched anything in her inherited memories, so she was genuinely baffled by everything I did. Isn't it obvious I'm trying to learn how to fly? But without using magic to reinforce your wings, how is that even possible? My expression stiffened. That's when it clicked. Young dragons are small enough to take off by sheer muscle. But once you're fully grown, expecting your wings alone to lift your massive body just isn't realistic. But that raised another problem. I only inherited some basic knowledge. No wing reinforcement technique was included. Ha, you caught me, I'm just working out. Oh, so Big Bro wants to bulk up and build magic reserves first. Big Bro, you're so smart. My sister stared at me with pure admiration. Fired up by my energy, she joined right in. Mama Dragon watched the whole thing, smiled warmly, let out a yawn, and drifted off to sleep. A few hours later, I'd actually learned to fly. But the energy drain hit hard. After all that training, the eggshell energy had long been fully burned through. With a 20-something human soul inside me, I had zero shame asking for food. "Mom, I'm hungry." I turned around to find Mama Dragon with her eyes shut tight, knocked out cold. A wave of dread hit me. Dragons have insanely long lifespans. A short nap is a few days, a long one is decades. By the time she woke up, my sister and I would have starved to death long ago. Seriously, what kind of mom is this? At least leave some food for the kids before you pass out. Just then, my sister, who'd been training with me, was starting to feel it too. I realized just how serious this was, and my whole face went dead serious. "Yulina, we have to wake Mom up. There's no way we can hunt anything on our own. We literally just hatched a few hours ago." "Yeah, but how do we even wake her up?" My sister tried screaming at the top of her lungs. It did absolutely nothing. "Looks like the normal approach isn't gonna cut it," I muttered. "Then what do we do? Being hungry sucks." My sister started pacing in a panic. I gritted my teeth. "Looks like there's only one option left." "What option?" "Bro, just tell me." I lifted my head, stared up at the massive dragon towering over us, and couldn't help but swallow hard. "Normal methods won't work. We're gonna have to try attacking Mom." Yulina blinked and froze for a second. "Are we seriously going to attack Mom? What if she wakes up mad?" Yulina was on the fence. I, on the other hand, started trembling just thinking about Lina angry. Yulina didn't know any better. She'd never seen our mother lose it before. I'd seen it with my own eyes. Mom, in a blind rage, smashing our poor little sibling into nothing with one single swipe. But sending a hatchling who'd been alive for just a few hours out to hunt solo wasn't exactly easy either. So waking Mom up was still the play. And with no complications, she'd probably sleep for at least a few days straight. "You think we can last that long?" I shot back. Yulina went quiet. Obviously, without Mama Dragon Lina providing food, the two of us had zero way to feed ourselves. By the time she woke up, all she'd find would be two tiny corpses. Whatever. Let's just go for it. Even if Mom gets mad, we'll just act cute and she'll let it go. No way she'd actually kill us, right? The reason dragon beasts are called beasts is because without an inherited bloodline, they're no different from wild animals in a dragon mother's eyes. Some kinder dragons will raise their dragon beasts for a while before driving them out of their territory to fend for themselves. For an evil black dragon like ours, not killing them outright is already considered mercy. Mom,